Today's topic is how God works in the quiet. We live in a world where noise is rampant, noise is everywhere. We don't have much time for ourselves, not much time to be still and be quiet. And the Bible shows us that actually being in stillness and even being alone is where God works the most. Not that he can't work in other ways, but that is where people heard him the most. For example, David, alone in the field. Who else do we have? Joseph, right? Not really that well with his brothers, gets sold, alone on his way to Egypt, alone in the prison. But all that was done to develop his character so that he can become the right hand of Pharaoh one day, so that he can bring in the people, the Israelites, to Egypt. He had to go through all those things. Jonah alone in the belly of the fish. Most profound thing also that Jesus himself, he went away alone to be alone with the Father. He himself being fully man, fully God, he still needed that alone time with the Father. More so do we. And to make this, not to go way too much into this, I just want this to be kind of quick, but us surrounded by loudness is completely counterproductive. Because think about this. Sit down just for 10 minutes, put your phone away, and just sit and stare at a wall. The thing that you're going to do immediately, okay, first you're going to say, yeah, this is boring, but after a minute or so, you're going to start thinking about things, about your life decisions, about the way you speak, about the way you think, about where you are in life right now. And that is where God is showing you things. He's reminding you, you have to cut this out, you have to get better at this. You have to let these people go, you have to let this go. And you can't really focus on those things when you're just surrounded by friends that don't, well, they're not Christian, pretty much that. And I know many of the people that are watching, many of Christians have non-believing friends that do absolutely nothing for them but just hang around and chit-chat about nonsense, waste time. And exactly those things you will see when you are in the quiet. Now, I'm not saying push yourself away from everyone and never speak to anyone. No, I'm saying you need some alone time by yourself. You need to listen to God in those times, speak to him. And I don't have to say much. Jesus did it. We have to do it. There are absolutely benefits from this. When we wait for our significant spouses in this time of preparing, of being alone, do we battle against this and ask God, why are you doing this? And, be down all the time about this? Or will we take this as a gift? I'm not saying that you're supposed to be happy about it, because it is difficult. I'm saying, will you accept this and go forward, developing yourself, trying to make a difference in your life, learning theology, not for the men. For women, two women must learn theology as well, but this is more important for the men, because we are called to be pretty much pastors in our own households when we have our own homes, our own families. And how do you expect to do that when you rarely open up the Bible, when you rarely take some alone time to meditate on the Bible, to meditate on God's words, to read, learn, pray? It's how we approach the situation. And I can tell you that you will see a difference if you accept this. It might be a hard pill to swallow, that you're not ready yet, but your lusts, are they gone? Urges will stay, but the difference is, are you actively taking steps to defeat them, to push it away? Is your lust controlling you? If so, you do not want to bring that into a relationship. Because if you do, you bring that issue into the relationship and you're putting that burden over the other person. And it doesn't get better. It just gets unresolved. And if it gets better because of that person, then you're way too attached to that person instead of being attached to God. God cleaning you, and then you going as a complete person, a complete man, complete woman into a relationship. Now, I can't give relationship advice because I'm not in a relationship, but I'm just saying biblically, from the biblical standpoint, what we need to do in this time alone. Time of preparedness, which is a hard pill to swallow, but it is one that is absolutely needed. So, take time alone. Understand that you do need this time alone. If you didn't, you wouldn't have it. God knows best. That's why he's allowing you to be in that quiet. And if you're not in the quiet, if you're among friends all the time, cut that time and actually try to be in the Word, meditate on the Word, and find that quiet time with God. So, on that note, God bless you.